What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. We are sitting at $293, man, and I gotta say, I did not expect to see that. That is wild. That is wild. We're down 18% this week. 18% this week already. We're down. It's 6 days and 20 hours left. We're like 4 hours into the week right now, probably a little bit over 4 hours. 15% to close the week last week. What are we down from the overall open of last week to now? We're down 30%, guys. That's a wicked dump. And I gotta say, this is somewhat concerning. It actually is somewhat concerning for Bitcoin Cash. I do expect that we will go lower. But this does throw, in my opinion, it throws the 20K targets out the window. I think it might be safe to assume now that 23K is probably off the table. Fine, like, it's taken a long time, but it depends on how we recover. We have a lot of time left in this month. If by the end of February, you guys, we are at the areas of 13 to 1700, really by the end of February, I think we'd have to be at about $1,700 to $1,900 to invalidate what just got invalidated. If we're at $1,700 to $1,900 by the end of February, then I think 23K can come back on the table. But at the moment, this is not good. I don't think it's good at all. If we look at BCH USD versus others, we do it here, BCH USD, Coinbase, yes, right there. We in log, yeah. On a weekly time, let's do it on a daily time frame. Yeah, let's do that. So on a daily time frame, yesterday, Bitcoin Cash, it was down 1.3%. So this is Bitcoin Cash versus others. Essentially, that means that Bitcoin Cash dropped the same as every crypto. It did about average for what the average crypto did. But then today, right now, it's actually outpacing most coins. It's most coins are performing or holding up better than BCH's, and that's not a good thing, man. That's not something to be happy about. To be completely fair, if we look at the others or BCH others chart here, it does seem as though we are at an area where we would find a higher low and we would build from here. So likely Bitcoin Cash does, over the coming, this is a 3-day time frame, so probably over the coming weeks, over the coming months, it probably does outperform the average coin in the market. But this is pretty concerning. I'm not going to lie. The whole thesis to why we were so bullish in the first place, right, was that we were looking like we were going to break this trend line, and now it's looking more like we're rejecting this trend line. The whole thesis was that we were getting this bullish cross on the ribbons, and guys, I'm just saying it, man. I'm going to say it again. I'm not BSing you. This isn't. It took a lot, right? I've been talking about Bitcoin Cash for years now. I haven't been scared. The game plan has been the same ever since. I don't care what drop has happened, but this is different. This is different. It's a bit different, isn't it? The monthly ribbon had the bullish cross, and now it's looking like it could be a false cross. This is not a good look. And the only way that Bitcoin Cash, I think, can save itself, salvage its bull cycle, is it would have to have a massive pump by the end of February. And if I was just blindly bullish, and I love the Dragon Riders. I love the House of the Dragon. I love Bitcoin Cash, man. I love what it represents. I really do. The Bitcoin Cash community is something special, truly, to crypto, to the true essence of crypto. It's very important, the people that are in the Bitcoin Cash community, in my opinion. We've got our fair share of degens, but don't we all? But this is not good, man. It's rather concerning. I forget what I was going to say. I actually got so distracted there. But it would take a massive pump. Genuinely, by the end of February, we would have to see something that is, I don't even think 1,300 would do. By the end of February, we'd have to see like 1,700 or more, right? 1,300 was what we'd have to do by the end of January. It's a month later. We're getting later into the cycle. Things need to ramp up a bit if we're going to consider these same targets, right? Oh, that's what I was saying. I was like, it's taken a long while to get here, right? I'm not just going to fold at the first instance, man. But this is different, and just the look that it has right now, man. If Bitcoin Cash closes here this month, if Bitcoin Cash cannot get back above 350 by the end of this month, this is bad. This is really bad, and man, this used to be one of my biggest bags. This was my biggest bag for a long time, up until XCN pumped recently, and Mana and Compound pumped a little bit too. But now they're all down. So, but Bitcoin Cash, man, It's sad. It makes me sad to see it like this. That's for sure. This hurts me, man. This hurts me financially, but it hurts me emotionally more, man. I do assume that by the end of the cycle, it will be higher. I assume that it will be higher. But at this point, are we going to see new all-time highs? I think 13K is still a doable target. I very much do think it is. But maybe instead of basing the fibs off of the overall high to low of this consolidation phase, maybe we had it wrong. Maybe we have to base it, maybe the jackals, maybe the hyenas had it right, and we got to be at 10,000 to 3,700. Maybe that's what it is. And in which case, that's still decent growth, right? That's still positives to grow from. You know, it's a 12x, 19x, 34x from the current price. It's still not bad. And then even at the 1272, it's not on par with what I'd expect. It's actually underperforming the average coin, but something like this would be what I expect the average coin to do from here to the end of the cycle. It's discouraging, man. It's discouraging. That's to say the least, right? Let's see. If we look at the daily time frame here, you did sell off a lot without that much volume, without really any volume at all. Oh man, Blue Zell dumped a lot. On the daily time frame, you have a little bit more volume on Binance actually, so that's where it was. I guess that's where the volume is, right? On Coinbase, a little bit of volume, but a lot more on Binance, and it's picking up today. My only thing is, I really hope and pray, but I'm not just going to lie here. I'm not just going to be a blind bull to this, right? I'm going to tell you guys what I see, right? And it pains me to say this shit. But genuinely, unless we can miraculously pump to what it would take would be 17. You understand, right? For me to consider 20K to come back on the table, we'd have to be at 1,700. You're at 300 now. I mean, what is that? That's like a 6x by the end of the month. From here, doesn't sound like Bitcoin Cash to me, man. Doesn't sound like it. I don't know. And right now, what this looks like is it looks like a giant M off of a multi-cycle resistance phase, off of a false cross. Like, it's just not good, man. And if it persists, if our worst realities are realized, and Pika, shout out to Pika in the Discord. I don't know if you were just trolling, bro. I thought you were trolling, but man, he might be right. We could go to 200 or lower. 216 to 161 at the moment. 216 to 161 are our likely targets. That's where we're likely going to go. Okay. Just based on the fibs here, based on the looks, based on the trend that we just broke, the golden ratio that we tore through, the volume, it picked up a little bit, but it's not that big, but it could pick up more. We really do run the risk of going to 216 to 161, and at that point, I think I would actually be. Would I be in the red? What's my average? I'd have to check. I don't remember if it's 260 or it might be like 216. I can't remember. I know I bought some up here, so that brought my average up a bit. But I bought a lot. I bought some down here. I like literally at the bottom. I bought a lot in this zone, you guys, like a lot. It's just so sad, man. I don't really know what else to say. I feel like I'm at a loss of words. I'm at a pity party here, man. I don't know what to say. It looks bad. It looks very bad. I'm going to call for 216 to 161. And the only thing that can save us is a miracle at this point. I don't think that this absolves Bitcoin Cash from breaking out of this zone. I suspect that it will this cycle break out of its consolidation phase. I still suspect that will happen. It just makes me rethink things, you know. I think if we do go to 216 or lower, this would be our fib range to go off of. Anything from 3,650 to 10,000, nothing above anymore. That's very disheartening, man. And unfortunately, for any of you who are watching this and you're BCHG people, man, the benefits that we were assuming that we had, was that the NAV price would save you. But now that BCH has dropped so much, you're already down 31% to start the month off, and you haven't even started the month on BCHG yet. This thing's going to tank, you guys. It's going to tank, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're going to see this thing go to $2. It's going to drop a lot. I got nothing else to say, man. This video breaks my heart. I'm probably going to get a lot of heat for it because I've been a very big BCH bull, but I'm not afraid of it, man. Based me. I'm a fucking turkey. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.